days of practice, no one expects anything from us.
Yeah, the pressure off, but the pressure on to start out this round as CyvOph already takes down stonezy. starxo, though, holding up close. He has managed to slip past, or rather, they've slipped past him. But he knows he's the one playing under the radar, but the TP is taken. He'll be quickly on their tail, and it's a double for starxo, chasing them through the teleporter, dropping the spike as well. And even with Kada picking up one, the main fight is here for the spike. A battle that Nekky's given himself a leg up in, but they're spotting for info. And the rest of the squad pushing elsewhere on the map, perhaps, unfortunately. Well, just
get
like
that split second when you're playing up against these Turkish youngsters.
No.
Sop's raw individual aim going peeking into Echo as well. He's someone I'm going to be hyping up throughout this tournament, I'm sure. It has been phenomenal.
Rotations are coming through, though. The two players still in bath. It looks like ULF will be committing this towards the A site. That's where starxo, yet to die, is standing and waiting, holding his ground. The shield that doesn't break! starxo with a triple! He's given them a chance, a God-given opportunity, and it will be Shin to convert!
Your mates. It's another thing doing it when your opponents can see you.
Yeah, and well, we'll touch on that in a moment. We've already got a little bit of a battle brewing. stonezy's gone pushing on A bath. He's found himself an opening. The rest of the squad from ULF. Sheriff's in play. Looking to dive out of hookah, and I mean, look, it's a death sentence. Looking at what they're up against. You've already got the Viper wall, but even when it fades, there's still 3 players here. Getting anything on that dive is unlikely, and so they're waiting. Splitting 2 players towards long, looking for some individual fights, hoping that the Sheriff shots can ring true. For now.
And a lot of potential.
Really down to Shin to survive, and on 10 HP. He's almost gone down. There it is.
Very nice.
Player dropped the TP from CyvOph. Is going to even stop them from retrieving that weapon. The plant needed for backside. Sop has to cover. Stuck on that Sheriff. And now they're surrounded. Have to try to find a safe haven to fight from. And Favian doesn't really have that opportunity. He's out in the open. No flashes left to play with the dog, but it can't be put out. He's got to hold. Both these players relatively low. A good chance for Favian. He finds the first, but stonezy's quick on the outlaw. A 3rd kill for him in this round, but more still to be done. Sop, he's been a little quieter on this waylay, but now time on his side as it ticks away faster and faster. The pressure on for Joblife. They know where he is. And stonezy's going to close in that distance. The tap has to come through. It'll bait him in, but he's got them. He's caught them off guard completely. They're looking the wrong way. And Sop was the heavy traffic putting this close on the clock, and in fact, too close. A first slot in franchise. 3-0 down, and a resurgence like that, well, they got to build on those blocks, and unfortunately, it is an opening for Joblife again. ULF have an op of their own, though, and it is in the hands of Sop, looking for a free pick on the back of the site. He spotted the head, but they've seen his. Put him down to 10, and will at least get some shields back with the regen shield. But the advantage is compounding for Joblife.
I think he hit starxo in there, though. starxo's down to 45, so even though it looked like there was nothing to be had, he's managed to do some damage. I will say, since stonezy's got a sniper, he's been impressive. But speaking of impressive, the CyvOph praise, he's got cover from Shin. audaz baited into the fight. And while nekky, leader of the pack, IGL, I don't know what he's going to be able to find from here. He's at least got himself the spike. Even get past starxo will be difficult. That's a first, but
30 seconds
you can see the immediate switch up of vision from the remaining players, and he is completely boxed in.
Yeah, there is nowhere to go at this point. He has to fight his way out, and the flank from Cadaver sure to seal this round. Pretty devastating start for ULF. The upside, I suppose, being this is Joblife's map pick.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Shin's done well. It was an early bait out of the showstopper. Maybe expecting a reaction after stonezy was pinged up.
Bomb buddy out.
An attack side operator yet to really have too much success in CyvOph. The second that boombot goes off, he reclaims the angle. With the operator on the other side facing into this would be a severe gamble, but with Shin going down, there may have to be a reaction. Nightfall used, but it's not going to hit onto anyone. They do, however, know that Lamps is clear.
And Sop's suspicious for good reason that there could be players around this area. Goes out with the classic. That's a brave play. Molly. Now into a 3v3, the advantage fading, the off gone. But that's the same on both sides. Oh, the spray so close for starxo. Doesn't quite manage to land it. Ult goes through. It's caught too. One, even though he's been hit by that nightfall, but up behind comes Cadaver, taking advantage of the lack of sound in play for his opponents. Great snake bite, easy convert, and now it's down to Echo, alone, using his wall to isolate the battles, but he's being spotted, finds the scars, a couple of bruises. This is the ult round. This is where we'll potentially see convergence path thrown through. Now, Sop can always just back on out of here with the refract. He's clearing the space. Now they know that they've got full control of the lamps. They've managed to get that orbital strike out of the other side as well. For ULF, this is a great round. Viper's Pits, both in play, contesting that space. Molly goes over, and the spam from Cadaver is good. Hiding inside. It's going to be CyvOph and Shin with more, but hold on! ULF aren't giving up just yet. They managed to take their lumps, take their bruises. The decay shown on Sop, but he's back close to full. And Echo, still keeping that pit online, has now given them what could be the upper hand.
Yeah, I thought he might fake that, but he actually just sticks it all the way through. Kada making his way into the pit, but a pop out of the other side. There's two players, but they haven't managed to see him. The timing here is going to be everything. If that screen drops, it might just reveal them, and it will. That's Sop down. Another opportunity for Echo to try and take this home in the 1 versus 2. First one goes his way. stonezy on the other side with an operator, but he's using this screen again just as an attempt to try and reposition. Gets back into the corner. It is master.
1v2 or something, but this one
down A.
Taking so much, finding a 3K, keeping that pit online when Cadaver gave up that space.
30 seconds.
This fight on the other side could be integral. You got the push through, but they're already committing. I thought they might wait a little bit longer. And I think they have. They've gone for the rotation. Still one player here, though, on the other side. Favian's been able to catch Shin. And the main player is going to be Cadaver. Can he do anything? Isn't able to stop that spike, but Echo is aware. Thought there could still be someone here. Nice shot from CyvOph. And bear in mind, Echo already tagged low. Does have some support, though. And now CyvOph is just as low. A push forward from Echo gives an opportunity.
Mention Echo's ability to take that space. This time it's going to be Sop who's going up through bathroom, a spot that hasn't been that heavily contested by the attacking side. And what? Echo's just gotten one straight through the smoke. CyvOph, I think, attempting to take the orb. He wanted his ult online, and you know what? He's got it, but he'll have to wait for the next round to use it. That's so unlucky.
Even now. Even.
He was trying to spray the dog, and he ends up getting both. Sop's got to be furious.
Oh, there you go. I feel like swings and roundabouts. Both teams getting a kill through smoke. Sop's definitely having a tougher time, but I feel like that can be the case with Waylay, these aggro dives. A lot more of a focus on him now that they're not running the double duelist, but I do think that could help them quite a lot on the defensive side. Having the Sky, having the information without having to be too aggressive, that's where we've seen them struggle a little bit more, is that defense. So I wonder if we'll see more of what this change to the composition will be. Even still, though, stonezy's operator, he's been a threat. He's been tagged very low, though.
30 seconds left.
He's looking for that peek on long still, but one player's already snuck out. Echo's closing the distance as Nekky goes down. Have they accounted for this? For a player already crossing, they should know the space given up. Cadaver's gone down, stonezy as well. This is a disaster. We look to starxo, the hero of those early rounds, but he's only able to put up the one, leaving it onto Shin. That TP gives away exactly where he is. The information there for ULF, and now they've got him trapped in hookah. A firing squad, a high-low setup.
Pre-firing that corner, that he was hiding on the very edge of a smoke. Or did he jump down and then get him? Oh no, yeah, he just pre-fired the edge. I think he might have saw the gun barrel in the edge of the smoke. But that kill was everything, because Kada's position was not.
Now those weak weapons for Joblife used towards bathroom, and they run right into the operator of Nekky. I like this from starxo, though. Those players going deep, and oh yes, it's worked perfectly. They're not even looking at starxo. A sneaky play indeed. Sop trying one of his own. He's gone deep, but the boombox spotted him. The Nightfall back to clear out Bath. It's not going to get to back sight. CyvOph running around. Showstopper in hand. He's got just enough time, but it's not a direct hit. Sop dodges the ultimate. Oh, he's in the open. The judge takes him. The Sheriff finds another 5 HP. Cadaver's taken down in the end. A chaotic round, but one where ULF continue to find success.
Before the switch.
We removed that round from the pod. That was just chaos. Like, you have the sheriff kills, you have a showstopper that almost seems like he got nutmegged, and then you've got Soft spinning on a dime and getting 3 before Kada then almost clutches a 1v3.
Playing at this level for these stakes, it's huge to have this confidence boost early on, to have that recovery. Now Echo has been baited in. And Joblife have been setting a few of these traps, I mean starxo in particular, but just like in the previous round, it's SOP to bring the advantage, maybe not quite back to them yet, and indeed it won't find its way into their hands. Kadavra shutting down the operator and putting a 4v3 into play.
Yeah, he's impressed me. Someone who had a bit of an extended break. I think even talked about retirement.
Yep.
Doesn't look it. 13-7 currently in the server. nekky taking a little bit of damage, but into the 3v3, it's almost completely even. A chance to get the Seekers online for Favian if he's the one to plant, but seems like they're almost trying to bait. CyvOph hasn't fallen for it. In fact, he's waiting, and maybe a little bit of an overextension for audaz. That is the pit down. But now they're boxed in. This is looking like an impossible. Getting his kills with the sniper in the previous half. My expectation will be on the Aura. It's not going to be the same. And while SOP, maybe a chance for him to shine. Already a double in this one. Wow, they're going to fall away from him. I can understand why.
It looked like that's where they want to take the hit to. But that fake has been read plain as day. SOP's ready for the players coming back through. He's left starxo. Just one hit to any weapon, left. And the rotate's already in from nekky. He doesn't quite get there in time to catch starxo.
Ooh.
Catches a bullet and a bit of info.
Yeah, he's now got to be a little bit more careful. They're expecting some form of aggressive peak, especially with the players already being a little bit tagged up, and well, that's the other reason to wait for that Sky. Having the additional heal, leaving them that little bit lower, but with the upgraded pistols on the other side, definitely still opportunities here for Joblife. They are slowly being revealed, slowly being boxed in. It's mainly the position of starxo that could have an opportunity and instead picked apart. And audaz with the final blow. Different story. I said they did beat them over in challenges anyway, so it's not like it would have been a massive surprise if they had. stonezy, though, this is the interesting gun in the round. He's bought up into the sniper. The rest of the team left with a pittance to work with, but as I said, the sniper has been phenomenal for him so far.
They've got to deal with audaz on the side, but there's plenty of bodies here to overwhelm him! It has to be stonezy to finish him off. What an incredible play from audaz! And he's just...
It tells him there's no one close, but it doesn't tell them there's nobody here at all! That was a lot of damage done.
Well, I mean, he had to land 2 shots onto CyvOph, and it was another connection onto stonezy. This has made it a very difficult round, with these outlaws still lurking. The judge looking to even just tag a player up for 10, and he's done it. starxo now vulnerable to that outlaw as well. That's a nasty strategy. It's a buy that I can certainly get behind. You'll even see that shorty for Favian. He'll be running out with flashes, but hold on. Joblife able to respond nicely.
Look at them now.
Stop onto stonezy, leaves everybody low. And he's making a play for the site. Got his refractor back on out. A third for SOP. The outlaw, and no one's able to take him down. Unshackled. And a classic could be enough to close this round out. Hell, look at that shorty for Favian.
Yeah. A shorty on the other side, but he didn't have his gun out. Kada's position now revealed. It would have to be the ace for SOP. He knows where his opponent is, but shit.
But now with the big weapons in hand, you think they have a better chance. Nightfall goes through. They know where Favian is, but they can't deal with him. And nekky's got to double the site. Holding strong as Favian goes. Really gets
just
kicked
that
down.
like, why?
Yeah, why do you do that? Jack Igo, he had the camera angle set up for that when he knew what was coming.
Yeah. Was he singing while he was doing it, though? That's the real
No, he's
question.
going to sing afterwards. Following Jack's rulebook. No, it's not. I hate to show you behind the curtain here. Kadavra performing a little bit of magic.
Talk about where Echo was while up against an eco.
We could.
You see the blue cross on the map, guys?
Yeah.
That's not where I expect a player to be when they're facing off against pistols, and it might come back to bite them. Unless Favian just keeps doing stuff like that. He's gone back out! I thought he'd go the other way! This guy's just trying to style, but the fact is it's come down to starxo facing up against nekky. Timing's going to be everything. He needs to try move himself away, and he's been spotted. But he has managed to make it back around the box. He might even start to expect that middle, his flank, is going to be the place. And the fact is, nekky, they're actually going to give away his position because of it.
He thinks he's
now
found.
doesn't know where starxo has gone to.
Or late short. Oh, what a... Still got those three in play. I wonder where the orb... There we go. The orb is going up. Thinking the toxins have to be close to being refreshed, and now they're in play. The snake bite down. This is slowing them, running that clock even further. Well played by ULF. Echo playing on his wall, waiting for them to step forward. That's the spike drop, and he keeps going! Echo again! Finding so much value for ULF, and I think he's gifted them the round win with 14 seconds left. stonezy has a 1v3, spike not planted.
10 seconds left.
And not even on him. This round is done. It looks like he wants damage. The round where Joblife put their credits on the line, and look what they're up against. The Viper's Pit already, but it's going to be the showstopper activated by CyvOph, an attempt to... Oh, fire blind! And he catches Favian. A game of battleships, and Favian sunk, a weapon's picked up, and now Joblife looking that little better with a Viper's Pit put into play.
Everything.
And there's no counter pit. It was used early by Echo, but he still grabs one through it. Oh, another!
Okay, he might be cheating. We're going to have to check him PC after this one, because that's ludicrous. Hasn't managed to find the Viper, but it's going to give them so much space. They've used the Molotov to delay, even the dive through, but that's mostly for information. CyvOph's doing well, but there's Sup. A little bit of a nasty surprise, and an even nastier one for Kada. There's nowhere really to go. 5 HP, just on the edge of the pit. At least being able to retrieve the spike. The players on the other side, I think they're almost fully committed to the idea their opponents might just be going back the other way.
They've lost the pit now, especially with 5 HP. That's a big disadvantage for Cadaver. But
all the way round.
They were looking for the fight, expecting these players to be close short, now worried about them already wrapping through the elbow. There's no information to play with. And with this super late flank, you're not going to expect anybody to be in here unless they've taken the TP. nekky should have them completely blindsided. Cadaver's not looking. He's 1 HP in the open. It is an easy kill. And now it's all onto Shin. Hiding behind the box, he'll at least dodge the reveal. But any space towards the spawn would be him running into the operator. He only knows about a single player being inside hookah. No information on where audaz has snuck his way into. Good shot to start. But now the other two players have the info. Shin, he's got all three!
This man in the past and his clutch capabilities when in VCT. Probably the greatest clutch we slightly missed.
Wow. Oh,
but the fact is,
I mean, at the end of the day, the Scooby-Doo, well, the Fred strat, I suppose, split up and looked for clues. Not a bad one. In that instance, I love how they played it.
I don't remember Scooby saying.
I think it's Fred's strat, but Scooby's always got the short end of the stick, just like ULF did in that previous round. Now, Sop diving out onto the side, claiming some space and finding a couple of picks. It looks like ULF have... Well, they've somehow managed to win the hard round with Favian. Next, a map that they've played a lot and won a hell of a lot. This is a very scary time to be a Joblife fan. It looks like failure to start out this story, and Echo again finding himself the triple. He's finally put to bed, but surely he's done enough.
Slowing them down.
Sop in behind as well. He can escape all the way back to the other side of the map.
I love it.
Just put some doubt in the minds, but also they will have heard him falling back and may even start to doubt that there's still going to be two players coming from the flank. They are isolated fights, though. A good opportunity for someone like starxo or Cadaver. We've seen in these scenarios already come up big when needed, but starxo has turned his back, now facing into the enemy, and he loses that initial fight. It's all up to Kada to keep them in this map.
Cadaver against 3. They don't know where he is. That's at least something, but how it looks like they do. He's run through, but he can't find the second. audaz sealing the deal for ULF. It will be a 1-0 start. The map pick of Joblife. Time to prep for their next game. nekky. We saw a lot of aggressive positions from ULF, but it was usually Echo going for them. nekky's not going to have any success. The shutdown brings us back to even. Favian's there to at least take CyvOph down as Sop gets tagged heavy through the smoke. Cadaver creeping his way around the backside. I think they had spotted him. Certainly a strange position for a cage if they didn't. At this point, Echo He's caught between a rock and a hard place, and it will be Kada to strike first, bringing this back
piece
to
of
a
utility. The position of audaz is a decent one, but doesn't have the greatest gun in the world for range, and if they can find a slightly elongated opportunity, there's a chance they could take him down.
Well, they've isolated him, but audaz does very well to still find one. Stop trying to distract, and it might have worked. Favian creeping up behind is an easy.
He's going to be in the right place at the right time. He's looking to try and just put immediate pressure in onto starxo, but starxo will hold his ground. An incredibly aggressive start was mentioned by Mini, and you can see what he's talking about. Okay, Echo.
Careful. They should clear this corner, but the problem is with Favian spotting it, you might start to think that it's wide open, and that's when audaz strikes, landing himself one, doing damage onto more of the paranoia.
How's he alive?
Done by it. Somehow audaz ends up with a triple, and we're back to a 1v1, and you do not want a 1v1, even on full HP, up against someone like Favian. And with that said, CyvOph is incredibly low.
He's going for a full reposition, maybe expecting that he would have run back in the other direction, but not spotting anything out. CyvOph goes looking. I think he realized with the amount of HP he has, he kind of needs to get the drop on his opponent. But instead, it really does feel like that Favian might just have the drop on him. He's going to have to go for the plant now. Hasn't found anything in terms of his opponent. And Favian is just slowly walking his way forward.
And even then, you want to clear your corners on the way up just in case. You never know where audaz is going to be. It's all looking to get a little bit aggressive, it seems. Stopping this beam play, but nekky ends up falling flat. It's Favian to deliver. Great game sense, but Cadaver lands the shot. Echo making a lot of noise with players close to him. That was a very risky play by CyvOph, especially when they already have that advantage, and it doesn't seem to be lasting long. With Sob finding one, it's the good position of starxo that brings this back into Joblife's grasp. A smoke down.
Do they realize that Shin's here?
No, they don't. They're not even looking.
This is not the place I... Like, maybe if you're playing Yoru or Waylay, I might expect to see an operator here. Doing it on Neon, if anybody peeks window, you should be dead.
This is a big risk indeed. He's screwed. They're all over him right now. Sop has nothing to do from that position. Even if he gets the first, it's a one and done, surely. Cadaver finding another. That's audaz down.
And they're all revealed.
The hero of one of the earlier rounds. Info gone now. Nekky can't fly under the radar. He's surrounded, but finds one. Should be put to bed. Should be taken down. No way he wins that. It is Shin to land it and leave Favian alone.
You now get that third player moving in, but still Sop in a very isolated position. Hunter's Fury going to be used to try and delay anybody pushing in that direction, and it forces them right into the operator reaction now. stonezy's been having a rough game so far with need to step up here, and that's about as free as an opener as you're going to get, but the rest won't be quite as easy. Favian on the backside holding the line with support in buckets.
My camera is destroyed.
Shot from Echo starts this out.
Be subtle about this. I don't think there's going to be anybody falling for a ruse. It might just be the idea to try and teleport back to the other side of the map, and that is the goal. Position of the TP underneath, but it has been heard. And now what? Oh, I was going to say, is there anybody watching for it? But there is starxo, a safe pair of hands. Favian trying to catch the rotation, but he loses the fight. Good work from CyvOph. And what could have been an even scenario now comes down to just two.
Last player standing.
Wonderful work, honestly. I think this round for Joblife, that's inspired off the B side. So he had all the information to work with, knowing
here we go.
That most of it was clear. Big play by stonezy. He's going to be wrapping around backside. The flash was good. Really nicely connected by CyvOph. And the Hunter's Fury clearing space as Shin clears the sight of players. Joblife, the resurgence really is in full force. We're looking at what could be a 6-5 and a decision.
They're all sat back towards long. Like, okay, you do have yourself. Oh, okay, they're going to use a Rolling Thunder. I was going to say you have yourself a smoke to just sort of hold them off, but at least now know that that site is clear. Spike being tabbed, starxo with the execution, and they're definitely wary, but I think his dart just gave the full reveal. And a chance for another 6-6 half. It is an aggressive position, and this time they have been caught. starxo has been the catalyst in a lot of these rounds, and losing him early, definitely not ideal. Already a rotation from audaz, a completely different position, and he spotted them once again. He's going to call in Sop, who we mentioned has that ult online.
3 now in position.
30
No
seconds
rolling
left.
thunder for Favian, but he can pop a quick stun. Now might be the time. Player spotted in the corner. Kadavra under so much pressure, and he will be dropped.
They're trying
and
to
now,
run back.
Short's fully cleared. That means that they know exactly where this play is coming down. stonezy gets ahead of the stun, though. Does really well to drop Favian, the judge of Echo, though. That's caught them off guard.
More micro plays of synergy. Already, that's not looking like a great start. Huge gap exploited. Oh, nice shot from stonezy. Trying to hold the line, does some damage before he falls, but the post plant looking inevitable for the man advantage for ULF.
It could be another pistol round. Injecting some success, but Shin has managed to regroup the rest of the squad now as they drop out of heaven. The pressure on with Favian low. It's going to be Sop covering from that left side, but look how low both players from Joblife are. A single shot, a right click of a classic could end the round. It's Sop with his third, and he's left on 75 with a big swing, but for 10. And even a classic can manage that. Sop will be able to easily take them down, or vice versa. Nice shots, there it is! Both connections from the Outlaw converted. But CyvOph standing strong in the backside will be challenged. audaz to drop him. We're into a close conclusion with 32 HP between the two final players from ULF. And a late play from Kadavra, the man who won out the previous round with a sliver of health. He can tank a shot from that Outlaw. And they don't know where he's coming from. He's got the jump, the one angle they're not covering. And Kadavra will bring this to a 1v1.
They're surviving in the last. They are opting for just minute purchases.
Oh, nice spray. stonezy's done well. He's done incredibly. The fight go down, but that's where you just waltz forward and say, okay, cool. What have you left behind for me as a little treat? Let's find out.
Well, the guns can be retrieved. They've still got full belts of utility as well. Paranoia, splashes, aftershock stun, like pretty much everything you could need to get back into the site. Paranoia already being used though, and as a lot of this utility deteriorates, you do feel like the advantage starts to swing in towards ULF's favor. Now there's actually still a trip down that's going to cause some issues for Echo. He can't quite get in behind them, but that time has been ticking for quite a while. The corner being held, nekky kind of goes unchecked, but he doesn't manage to land the shots. Even still though, his teammates are coming up big. It's only one.
Maybe someone can go find the clip from back in the day.
I must wait.
Be taking quite a while if you're trying to go through all the bar.
He's renowned for his desks and not his chairs.
Oh, we got the cam already destroyed. Nice shock dart thrown through. ULF closing the distance now. Those traps still in play. Kadavra baiting them in. He wants them to close that distance, and he'll find one for his trouble, but the full blind stops him converting. Still caught, though. Sop will be eliminated. And so a 3v3 with that trap still securing some space.
Oh, he's been pinged by the cam, though. They know where he is. With only 4 bullets, he had to tap. No opportunity to spray. The remaining 2 players coming in from the same angle. Echo is watching for him, but the bait from stonezy's nice. Puts him down low on HP, but the swing coming in now leaves it up to starxo. Going to try and get them to look away.
Looks like momentum might be in their favor, and it certainly should be, as now we see just pistols for Joblife. Very well done by Shin. Manages to land one through the guy. No one's checking it for now.
Yeah, Kada's definitely been impressive. Last competitive match that he played was in April. You wouldn't be able to tell. He's sneaking up, but it's also how much can he realistically do with just a classic, and he needs a little bit more. But that should be a free gun. That's the main benefit. If he went up against the full force, it would have been troublesome, but instead, now the full reveal, and even get starxo an extra kill. Now he can look to swing him with that rifle that he retrieved, but, well, he does more with the classic, it seems. Hunter's Fury didn't quite have the connection, but there was a second layer, a second flanker. Another peel to the onion. They might just leave them with tears in their eyes as it is Sop to go down without a clue in the world. audaz needs to isolate them, but it's an awkward
way. And now, aggression seems to be the answer for Joblife. They are going right down into ULF's den, and it's Echo who strikes first. stonezy.
Yeah, look at his health.
Nothing. Well, it's a lot of damage. 149, but not enough.
Echo's still pushing. He's just decided, but the only thing I'm going to have is the element of surprise, and that element of surprise could be about to bite CyvOph in the back. Walking up behind him, the TP of Shin, if he sticks it, he's surely dead to rights, and what Echo he really is, trying to play all the cards! A perfect lurk in the backlines! Nothing they can do about that. On 1 HP, he takes 2 kills. And well, for Stars...
I guess the other two are also for these problems. There's going to be gaps in your play, and right now ULF are exploiting every single one of those gaps.
Oh dear, Starzo. Oh, even the stun for good measure. I like it. Favian also has a Rolling Thunder Shin. Aggressive positioning around the edge of the smoke. I don't mind the idea, but he has kind of missed the boat and dropped down while they know exactly where he is. They may not necessarily know how many people are here, but I'll say that they're not. They're all dead. Echo's killed 2. Shin stunned up at the back of the side. No escape, no chance. And while we've spoken about these flanks, good luck, Kada.
Yeah, if he gets away with this one, I will be very surprised. I guess he beat the timing on the cam.
As his ex-analyst, what would you tell him to do in this moment?
Save?
Oh.
Probably.
Oh, that's bleak. I was hoping for like a little bit of Mitchman propaganda for an ex-Alliance player, but because of the Rolling Thunder. But I'm looking at the fact that CyvOph has that in hand. I would assume you'd want to save that for...
It's only if the trip.
A retake? Yeah.
He won't do that if the trip doesn't get hit. I mean, I hope. I'd imagine that's the call.
Look how much space has already been taken. Now, stonezy is waiting. Any further aggression could be a problem, but this site is literally free. And yeah, they're going to need that Rolling Thunder for the retake.
Something you talked about, Tom, when we started out this map was the flanks. And I think especially in the second half, they have been such a key part. The lurks, the flanks, all that space being taken, being found. Now, you have an attempt from SOP to get behind them. There's a cam that's on the B side that hasn't spotted him, obviously. He has to break the trip and move quickly. Stun's already landed. He's finding himself a couple shots, but he's going to be taken down from behind. Kadavra, the late rotate, manages to land himself one. We've got some aggression going down up in heaven indeed. Paranoia's going to push them back, but nekky able to double spray down. Echo on another, and it is the beginning